him say Kwesi Pratt ababonten abedin komo say why do NPP want Yera Akunpeko Kennedy Agyapong out from the party? Now, Ken, what is the wrong thing opening eye? And some ban or the bad one thing, and what has he done? Intia and they NPP force who say opinion yemfanis in now Kwesi Pratt a shock say Yera Ken, the kind of treatment NPP for, but they should be very careful. And now say NPP are not serious to come on power. Abuja, my enjoy opening Emra.
And if what he's saying is true, why then do you call for his dismissal? If he's saying something which is true, if he's offering genuine advice about how to revitalize the party, which is the duty of every party member. Of course, if what he's saying is not true and is calculated to smear, leaders of the party as well, that's another matter.
But the NPP has a position on this matter. Why did he go off that position?
But if that position is faulty, if that position is false, you understand? If indeed it is true that the Agenda 111 hospitals have not been completed because those who won the contract sold the contracts to people who cannot complete it and so on, why shouldn't he say it? Is he not a Ghanaian? Is he not entitled as a Ghanaian to protect the public purse? He is.
You're throwing your party's dirty linen in the public.
Oh,
that's anti-party behavior.
But Moro, what comes first?
Well, Ghana first, I agree.
I would think that all party members, including Collins, would place Ghana first. I'm sure that if we were to ask Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, that in the scheme of things, what does he place first? He will place Ghana first.
Well, that's true.
Understand? So if he's placing Ghana first, and it's what we expect everybody, every Ghanaian to do, what is wrong with that?
But the party people are saying they're tired of him.
Unless what he's saying is not true. So the first thing to do is to establish whether or not what he's saying is true or not. That's the first thing. If it's not true, that's a different matter. If it is true, why dismiss him? When he's doing what the party itself promises to do when elected to power. NPP promises that when it is elected to power, to protect the public purse. It will make sure that contracts are awarded properly and that contracts are executed and so on. That's the promise the party is making. So if he's insisting on what the party itself promises to do, what is the problem? Unless, of course, that what he's saying is not true. Then, the disciplinary question arises.
So, Hamza is of the opinion that he must come out and substantiate the claims that he's making. Perhaps the OSP must invite him to come and substantiate those claims, and that it borders on corruption and so on. Obviously, what do you make of this?
I think that Hamza is on the right path. Okay. What Hamza is seeking to do is to establish the facts.
Right.
To find out whether indeed what he's saying is true or not.
Right.
And if it's established that what he's saying is true, there are different courses of action that ought to be taken.
Right.
So Hamza is not condemning Kennedy Agyapong as it were. He's saying that he's made allegations. These allegations ought to be investigated, and the truth of the allegations ought to be established. That's what he's saying.
Right.
And who can disagree with that? As for those who are calling for his dismissal from the New Patriotic Party and so on, I think they must also answer the very crucial question of whether or not what he's saying is true.
Collins, you have a better appreciation of your party's constitution. Would you say that Ken's attitude is anti-party behavior? Has it flouted any provisions of your constitution, for which reason you think that he should be sanctioned? Because we all know what your position on this Afari, why they say NSC, where hospitals matter is. You've said that, look, you shouldn't take the blame. That the NDC is now in power, they should fix it. But he now comes out and says that, no, you can't say that. You take the blame. You were in power for 8 years. And he goes beyond that to make certain comments as well. Now your party people are very, very unhappy. They say, look, we're tired of Kennedy Agyapong. We has to be called to order.
You shouldn't speak the truth.
Well, if he's going to head the party, please keep quiet.
So first of all, the party has not said that Honorable Kennedy Agyapong should not speak the truth.
Right.
So what did Mr. Agyapong say? he went to the hospital to do some donation on his birthday.
Yeah.
Which is quite normal of him, because I've seen quite a number of donations that he's made to various hospitals. And then he was interviewed at the ceremony. Then he said that the NPP should, as it were, just keep quiet, because we did nothing in our 8 years. And these are his words. We did nothing in the 8 years.
I mean, about those hospitals?
Yes. The question for me is it true that the NPP did nothing in the 8 years that were in power about those two hospitals? Because the records are clear that when the NDC was leaving power, those hospitals were at certain percentages of completion. And when NPP was leaving power, it had moved to a certain percentage. That alone should settle the matter. That it cannot be said that the NPP did nothing in the 8 years when we were in power about those two hospitals. I think that should settle that matter. Moro, I think it's my point. That should settle that matter.
Yeah.
So if the hospital was 30%, and when NPP took over, and when NPP was leaving, it's 90%, you can't say that the NPP did nothing in the 8 years that they were in power.
Right.
That statement cannot be factual. So the NPP is not saying Honorable Kennedy Agyapong should not speak the truth. He has every right to speak the truth. But what he said and what the facts are, there is a huge variance. And that, I think that is the point that some members of the party are making. Especially when the morning before he had that encounter with the media, the health committee, the defense committee members and health committee members of parliament had held a press conference and put out the facts as we know it in the press. Yeah. Then in the afternoon, he says that virtually we should shut up, we couldn't complete it. Yes, we did not complete it. If we had completed it, I'm sure it would have been in operation. But it's not fair for you to say that we did nothing within 8 years when the facts do not support that. I think what got people even more worried was later on in the afternoon when he had an interview on his own radio station. And I think what got people very worried was when he said he was going to deal with the party, and that if anybody, as it were, is not friendly to him in terms of communication, he was going to, by 1st of July or next year.
Are you sure that is what he said?
No, he said that.
No. He has, if anybody is not friendly to him.
Oh, no. Well, he didn't add that.
I'm paraphrasing it.
He's adding his.
No, I'm paraphrasing it.
He's not quoting him.
Oh, I'm not quoting him.
Then you're right.
That's not what
No, that's
he
not
said.
what he said.
I said,
that can be.
Yes, he said he's going to deal with the party. You are in a political party. We love him. He's one of our very, very revered and respected persons. You want to deal with the party that you belong to? Which way? How? You are a member of the Catholic Church. We have rules and regulations governing the Catholic Church. Few people within the Catholic Church make this very bad comment about you. You get angry. And then your response is that you are going to deal with the Catholic Church.
The NPP is not the Catholic Church anyway. So
No, I'm just giving an example. It's an example. And when I was listening to him, clearly he was angered. So I take it that those words, because I know Mr. Kennedy Agyapong loves the NPP. I know he's a party person. So I'm not too sure he will want to destroy or kill the party. But sometimes, you manage the language even in the strongest of provocations. Otherwise, the collective interest of the party cannot, you get the point, cannot be destroyed by your anger. And I must also make this point very clear. Some members of our party, communicators, who insult him, I don't see the benefit that will bring to our party.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Those who use all kinds of language against him, saying all kinds of things, it doesn't solve any problem if you insult Kennedy Agyapong. And when they went for the primaries, I supported Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Today, if I see Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, I will not be afraid or shy to go to him. Because my campaign was civil. I spoke about my candidate. I did not insult him. I will be surprised if he's angry at me. He will be angry at me because maybe I didn't choose him to support him. But he will not be angry that I insulted him. Because I never did. And that is a caution to all of us as members of the party. Insulting each other does not solve any problem. If you disagree with Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, why are you insulting him? So, whilst we are pleading with him to be very cautious when making comments about the party, you are going to deal with the party. You are going to do the party. The party is all we have. So if you say you are going to deal with it, obviously all the other members of the party will obviously try to protect the party.
Yeah.
We will not agree with you when you say that. You get the point I'm making. But if there are specific individuals who made some very, very distasteful remarks about you, you can deal with them. He as a member of the party can send petitions to the party to deal with them, just as the members of the party have sent petitions to bring him to the disciplinary committee for a discussion. I'm sure he also has the right to do so. And I'm pleading, let's solve internal problems internally. It helps all of us. The 2028 election is not going to be a child's play. We need everybody, everybody. And I'm happy with their flag bearer. He has shown commitment after the election. He's visited all of them. All of them pledged their support to him. I read the write-up from Mr. Kennedy Agyapong, very beautiful write-up, calling on all to come together and rally behind the candidates. So please, let's be factual with our commentary. Ghana first, no doubt about it. But we belong to a particular group, a particular party, which has rules and regulations governing our activities. It is always better and wise to fight your internal battles internally than to bring it to the public domain. These are my few comments.
But Collins, has the NPP as a political tradition run out of ideas on how to manage Kennedy Agyapong? This is not the first time we're discussing Kennedy Agyapong and some tantrums that he's put out. I mean, it's come up several times that he's made certain comments that the party people are not happy about it, and nothing has happened, and it's repeated itself again. What really? Where do you think? Where lies
there's no problem.
The difficulty?
There's no difficulty.
Okay.
We have our own internal mechanisms in dealing with our internal problems. Okay. I will not come here and tell you.
But doesn't the fact that it keeps repeating itself means that there's a challenge?
I'm saying that we'll solve our internal problems internally.
That internal problem, that internal mechanism and so on. It's not a secret, Collins. Why are you making it look like
but I'm saying that he wants me
to have a disciplinary process.
Yes, but he wants me to come and sit here and talk about why we've not been able to. If we've gone behind the scenes to have discussions behind the scenes, why do you want me to come and discuss here? I am saying that I'm cautioning everybody. Everybody should calm down. Honorable Ken is a member of the party. He's not left the party. Yes, if I listen to his audio, clearly there was some anger somewhere. I don't think Honorable Ken wants the party to collapse. Where will he be going to? NDC. He said, worst things about NDC. Will you go there too? No, he will not. He will not. And the communication...
He can form a new party.
Oh, one question. Well, he has the right to form a new party.
And there are more parties than NPP and NDC.
I'm saying he can form.
There's PNC.
We don't have a problem. But we all know PNC. PNC we know it's a political party. But we know the dominant ones. we know the dominant ones.
But who says we'll be dominant forever?
Oh, but for now, it will not change. It will not affect the next election anyway. It will not change. PNC will not win the 2028 election.
Well,
they will not. They will not. That's a fact. I'm busy.
There are some people...
Mona is listening to you.
Oh, he's my friend. He knows he's not going to win.
Yeah. There are some people who actually think... There are some of your colleagues who actually think that he can leave the party for all they care. It's not
that's not my attitude.
The NPP
politics is a numbers game. I will not advocate for anybody to leave the party. My caution is that let's rein everybody in. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia needs everybody to prosecute his campaign.
Right.
But of course, if you're a member of a group and consistently you decide to disregard the rules and regulations, it gets to a point everybody tries to say, then let's put him aside and move on.
As a Yabrel.
Yeah, let's move on. But I don't think Honorable Ken is
think you're there yet?
He's an MPP man. He will stay. He will stay. We will solve our internal problems internally. And I'm telling you, we will come out very strong.
Because you know that politics is also, if you like to call it a game, it's also a game of principle.
Of course.
So it's not